Hey there, welcome back. So it's a new day, another long day at work, and I think I have an hour to try to get some more of this in. Just as a quick update, I found out that Thunderstone Quest, the solitaire expansion, is supposed to arrive any day now. It was news to me. I guess some people even already have it. I was planning on doing that game, so we'll see what happens when that arrives. So I do have this open, and if I remember, we're getting ready to get our butts handed to us. Yes, we're getting ready to hit end turn. And a lot of bad things are going to happen. All right, so these dudes, the wraiths, are going to try to move and attack Gimli or the closest hero. Okay, so the wraiths are these guys, and they want to move and attack Gimli. Well, it's a move one, so there's nobody within one space of them for Gimli or any other hero. So we're going to come back here and say no target. And that was a boon for us. So now they're going to move 2 spaces towards the closest hero. So we can definitely do that. And the closest hero is either her or him. And we will move them towards him because we get to choose. And Aragorn can handle them better than she can. All right, so next thing is this Marauder is going to move 1 to attack Gimli or closest hero. Well, that Marauder... Uh-oh, I have a problem. I have a Marauder here with no banner, and I have a Marauder there with no banner. Oh, why am I such a goober? I can tell you this Marauder came out second, so this banner will go with that one. Okay, so this guy wants to move 1 to attack Gimli. Well, he's here, and he can't attack Gimli, but he can attack Aragorn. So we're going to go ahead and say attack. So Aragorn's going to have to do a wit negate. If he suffers any fear, he's going to lose 2 inspiration. He does have 1, so let's see what comes out. He already has 1 damage. So let's draw for his wit is 3. Well, there's a nice success. 1, 2. Oh, we got 2 successes. Excellent. So he blocked it all. We didn't even have to spend anything. So everything's blocked. So no damage to Aragorn. All right, so now it's moving to some of the orc archers that have the... It's a banner, it looks like a skull or a head. So it's these ones. These ones right here. Okay, so it's saying that they want to do a move 1 to attack Aragorn or the closest hero. Okay, since they're archers, even after they move 1, they're not going to be next to anybody, but that's fine. They shoot 1 space away. So they can move 1 and attack Elena, or move 1 and attack Gimli. They're both just as far away. So I'm going to have them attack Gimli. So they're going to move 1 over to here and attack Gimli. All right, so Gimli needs agility to negate. That's his worst skill ever. So he's going to take 4 damage, 3 damage and 1 fear. Okay, so his agility is only 1, and he doesn't get to change that with his ring mail. So his agility is only 1. He's drawing 1. Okay, so he can make it 1 success. He actually had the maximum amount. So he'll make that 1 success that blocks 1. And just to show you, it's 3 and 1, okay? So he's going to block 1, like he did, and then he's going to play his guard 3 here to block the other 3. I don't want him taking 4 damage, so that's done. Okay, so next up is this other Marauder. He's going to move 1 and attack Aragorn or closest hero. That's this guy. Well, unfortunately for Elena, he's going after her. So I'm going to hit the attack button for him. He's doing straight up 3 damage. And she gets to negate with her wisdom. So let me look at Elena real quick. She really doesn't have anything to help her there. I do know that she has this endless melody, which we would have played, by the way, at the end of her turn, and we would have grabbed that song. I know it's here. There was this song that we could have grabbed, but I know I wouldn't have done that. Instead, we would have grabbed this one, the traveling song. Okay, so she has to do a wisdom check, which is 3. So here we go. That's a success. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, she has no inspiration, so she can't spend any for extra success. And her cloak is not going to help her. So she's able to block 1 of the 3 damage. She's going to take 2, and then 4 is her limit. So let me draw 2 damage cards. Here's the first one. Flip 1 fear face up, then flip this face down. Okay, so I'm just going to flip that face down, and then this fear gets flipped face up. Discard 1 inspiration. All right, well, she doesn't have any. No worries. And then here's the other one. Keep this card face up. When you scout during your rally phase, you cannot place cards back on top of your... Oh. That one hurts. That one hurts. Okay. Sorry, caffeine break. Okay, we're not even close to done, folks. So this is bad. All right, next up are these 2 ruffians, which are also next to Elena. They are going to move 2 to attack Bilbo. Well, Bilbo is 3 away. Okay. So then, if they can't attack Bilbo, it's closest hero, so they're both going to go and attack Elena as well. Elena is in a pickle. All right, so I'm going to hit attack, and Elena now has to do a might check. And let me show you this one. This one's nasty. She has to do a might check, otherwise she's going to discard a prepared card after this attack, and 3 damage and 1 fear. Elena is in trouble, and we knew that. So the might check is going to be a 2. Here's the first one, and here's the second one, and it's pure failures all across the board. Okay, so she's going to have to discard this as part of the attack. So her whole deck is discarded, but we don't technically are supposed to shuffle yet. But I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. And then it says she's going to take 3 damage and 1 fear. And let me just put it bluntly here. She has 2 damage there right now. She can only handle 4. So if she's going to get to 4, we're going to do a last stand for Elena, which is not good. And she lost her song that we just tried to get. So I don't know what the right order is that we should do things, but let's do the fear first. Flip 1 damage face up, then flip this card face down. So down, and then the 1 damage that's face up is just the, it just says flip a fear up and then flip this down, and we already know what those fears do. So it's just going to be this. All right, so now we're going to draw blah, 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 3 more damage. So unless some of these get discarded, she is definitely on the ringer here. Knock prone, deplete 1 of your items without resolving its effect and discard 1 prepared card, then discard this card. So this was a perfect card for her because discarding this doesn't hurt her. And there was no items for her to lose. She had no prepared cards. All of it was nothing. Okay, so that was one good thing. We need another one. Flip this card face down. She's now at 3 out of the 4 damage. And then this one, crushed. Deplete 1 of your items without, and then flip this card face down. All right, so we have exactly 4 damage. And I think that is what it takes. 4 is the limit. And so we're gonna have to go to the app now. And we're gonna click on this, click on Elena. Yep, she's doing a last stand. for damage. So we're going to test her might for 1 success. Now I already shuffled her deck, so we got that going for us. Her might is only 2, which is awful. And we got a success. Wow, we got lucky. She was out of inspiration tokens and everything. Okay, so she succeeded. So I'm going to hit pass. And it's going to say discard all the face down damage. So 3 damage is going away. And she actually gains an inspiration and continues with the adventure. So I'll hand her an inspiration token and off we go. That was definitely cutting it close. There was no guarantee she was going to pass that. Okay, next, these little goblin scouts that are way up there, they're going to move 2 to attack Gimli, and they actually can. They're within 2 spaces of Gimli. So let me show you here. 1, 2, and they're going to attack Gimli. So I'm going to hit the attack button, and strength is going to negate, which is good. And they do 2 damage, and then he's going to have to discard a prepared card. So he gets to draw 4. This is 1, 2, 3. There's a success. And 4. There's 2 successes there. So that's good. And he does have to discard a prepared card, so he's going to discard the spirit card. And nothing happens to Gimli. All right, so now, darkness step. Each hero in darkness suffers 2 fear, spirit negates. Who the heck is in darkness? Is this supposed to be darkness because they're in a cave? That's an interesting one. I never read anything that said that we were in darkness. Okay, so quick rule pause, folks. I got to read up on darkness. Nothing said that we were in darkness. I mean, obviously, it's a property of some spaces on the map. They have a darkness icon printed on them. These spaces are always in darkness. Okay, that darkness icon, it looks like Sauron's helmet. So see that little helmet there? Okay, so we got to go look for this darkness icon, and I'm assuming it's on the caves right there. That's a darkness icon, darkness. Okay, yep, it's anywhere in the cave. I'm guessing there's a darkness here. Yep, right there it is. Okay, so Gimli, Bilbo, and Legolas are all in darkness. So they're going to suffer 2 fear, spirit negates. Well, here's the first thing. Bilbo has this. You and other heroes in your space ignore darkness. So Bilbo's going to go ahead and use this, and I'm just going to keep the token near him, but it's used. The torch was used, so he doesn't have to deal with it. Gimli has to do a spirit check, and it really stinks because we just threw away the spirit thing. So this is suffering damage. If you would test spirit to negate, you may test might instead. So we're going to do that. We are negating. So here's 1. There's a success. And there's our second success. So we got it. All right. So Gimli did nothing. And then the last one is Legolas. And he has a spirit of only 2. He's a wuss. What's funny is that we didn't use his deck, so the top card of his deck, we already knew what it was, so it's a success. Actually, the top 2 cards of his deck were successes, so he passed just fine because I guess we never used his deck to do the things he needed to do. So I got to get these guys out of the darkness. All right, so now our threat went up by 13, and we went past this 20. And so now each hero is suffering 2 fear, and now we got to do a wisdom check to negate. Jesus. Okay. This game is just pummeling us. All right. For Aragorn, that's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he failed the check. he can negate it. He can negate one of them with an inspiration. And I'm sort of the opinion that it's not worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and just fail, and he'll take 2 fear. Here's the first one. Keep this card face up. At the end of your turn, you suffer 1 fear. When you test wisdom or wit, add 1 success. That is, that's interesting. That's not good. All right, and then this next one, flip 1 fear face up, then flip this face down. Well, that's not a worry. All right, so we got 2 fear on him. He can only have 6. It's normally 5, but his garb gives him 1 more. And this thing's like a little timer now. We're gonna get a fear every round. Okay, let's move to Gimli. We're testing wisdom, which is only 2 for him. Obviously that's not gonna help him. And then the next one, he can spend some, and he will. He'll spend his 2 inspiration to negate both. He only has a tolerance of 4 fear, so we don't want to give him any fear. All right, moving to Legolas. His wisdom is 3. There's a bad one, 2, and 3. So he could spend his 1. He won't. He'll take the 2 fear. And the first one is discard 1 prepared card or suffer 1 fear. Then flip this face down. He doesn't mind discarding a prepared card. He has this clever wit that's not that big a deal. And then this one, flip this card face down. So he's got 2 fear on him. Okay, next we're moving to Bilbo. His wisdom is only 2. That's not going to help him. 1, and then 2. So he can block 1 of them. Bilbo can take a mountain of fear. He actually has this that says that he can add 1 success to a wisdom check. So he'll add the success, and then he'll even spend 1 of his. Even though he can take a mountain of fear, we're going to just block it all. And then Elena. Here's 1. Not good. Here's 2. Not good. And here's 3. Okay, so Elena got a success. So blocked 1. Blocked 1 out of 2. Elena can have 6 fear. She already has 2, though. So we have to be careful. And I am going to spend the inspiration to block the other because her harp will give her 1 at the start of her turn. So we're going to go ahead and spend an inspiration and block both of the fear. Because Elena is in trouble. We don't want her getting any more bright ideas there. Hopefully, this is the end of their phase. It's just the phase that never ends. All right, so we are at the rally phase. Everybody's going to scout 2. But remember, Elena, because of that crappy ability or damage, is not able to put something on top of her deck. So while I have that fresh in my mind, let's do her first. So I need to shuffle. Need to get everybody out of the caves. Okay. So I'm going to draw 2 for Elena. And here's the 2 that we got. And remember, we can't actually put this on top of the deck, so I'm going to prepare. Well, actually, this is a really nice one. Immortality has a rest 2 there. So I actually am going to prepare that one. That one's way better, even though the other one has a success. And then I have to put this on the bottom of her deck, unfortunately. But if she goes through the whole deck again, it's not a bad deal. Okay, more caffeine. made coffee this time, and so normally I have pop, but coffee tastes like crap if it gets cold. So thank you for putting up with me. All right, Bilbo. He is next. Okay, so Bilbo is only going to get a 2. There's nothing actually impacting him at the moment. He is self-sufficient, meaning that if he's alone, he can sort of help himself out of a little bit of a bind. And he does have a rest 2 with him, but so far is no damage. So here's his 2. All right, so we got a perfect situation. We're going to put this on top, and then we're going to prepare this one because it's a... So at the start of your turn, you may discard this skill to scout 2, then gain an inspiration for each aid, food, or song card in your play area. So we actually have a food already in the play area. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and put that on top. The only thing that stinks is he has a... We know what's on top of his deck, so the Scout 2 is going to draw that card again. But that just means we might be able to prepare it, right? So we're moving to Legolas now. And Legolas is not next to... Aragorn's all by himself, so we can't do anything about that. And Aragorn's actually in a pickle. He's going to have to deal with everything himself. Legolas also has the cure, and I think we want to bring the cure to... this ranger. It suggested that there was possibly more cures out there, but with all these monsters around, I just... There's no way we can move around freely right now. So, okay, so we got the ill omen, which is bad, and then we got the time of need. This is an interesting situation. I could prepare the ill omen just so I don't have it in my deck. But I think I'm going to take the time of need because I think we need the successes. And then the ill omen will just go on the bottom, which hopefully will get me through. All right, flipping around now to Gimli here. Gimli used up his whole deck. I fought hard to keep that Fury. Let's see if we ever get to use it. Gimli's okay. He used up all of his inspiration. He actually had a spot last turn where he was gaining a 4th inspiration and he had no more room. And now he's sitting here with 0. But he's going to definitely have a lot of fighting to do. And the first thing we drew was this, which is not good, but we got his guard back, and he's definitely taken the guard. That actually spared him from 3 damage. And so this is going to end up on the bottom. So bad things if he goes through his whole deck this turn. Okay. Now we got Aragorn, who's got some serious damage on him. We would really like to get a rest ability. I think he has one. He's going to be doing a lot of fighting this turn. And he does get to... when you test wisdom or wit, he gets to add 1 success because of these dark whispers, this fear that's going to cause him to keep getting more fear, but it's going to help him with tests. All right, I'm drawing 3 cards for Aragorn because he always gets his own ability. And we got some interesting ones. We got some Strider here and Undying Might, which I'm going to take. So if he does a might check, he gets an automatic success, and then we're going to put Wanderer down at the bottom and a Strider on top. So let's guarantee a success to start his turn. Okay, I want to read this one more time. Lead the charge. You can discard this skill to gain 1 inspiration and for a nearby hero. So he needs a nearby hero to be able to do this. Or you can add 2 hits. All right, we are at the action phase according to the app. So our situation is as follows. Aragorn is surrounded, and even after 2 attacks, he may be in trouble. I think those wights, we've never experienced them before, but I'm betting they have sorcery. So, you know, magic armor. Elena needs help. Gimli is in his own pickle. So Bilbo and Legolas are the only two that can help. So we're going to start with Legolas, and Legolas is going to spend his inspiration to do the free sprint. That's his ability. So he's going to do the free sprint, and we're going to interact with this because we want to heal the ranger. Okay, so we're going to... do we want to search the pack for more supplies? We're going to clean and dress her wound. So we're going to test. I thought we had the ability to heal this person. So, all right. Well, anyways, we're going to draw 4 because dexterity is, or agility is his thing. So there's a miss, success, miss, and a miss. So he succeeded just once, which actually stinks because I had the time of need. And if I would have missed all 4 times, I could have turned them all into successes. So we only had 1 success on this, so that's not good. We gained an inspiration. Fudge. I'm going to end up using my whole damn turn trying to help this ranger. Aren't I? So I can clean and dress her wound or search the pack again. I really needed to help kill bad guys. This is not good. 1, 2, success, success. So we got 2 successes, and I will spend 1 to make it 3. We need this to be over. I have a lot of bad guys running around. So let's heal this ranger up. So 1, 2, 3 successes. All right, we flush out the wound and apply a bandage. Now the poisoning will not get worse before you can craft the antidote. Threat decreases by 4, gain 1 inspiration. And there's still more we could do for the ranger. All right, we at least reduced the threat by 4. I think, unfortunately, I have to go help the ranger. So I'm going to do Bilbo's turn now, and Bilbo's going to go here and try to help the ranger. And unfortunately, everybody else is going to have to fend for themselves with the bad guys. So Bilbo spent 1 action, and this is the second. And so we were able to see we're getting a threat to go back down, because I have a bad feeling that if we get to 30, the ranger's going to get poisoned or die. So Ranger traveled light, but we find a mortar and pestle. And our lore increased by 1. And right there, administer the antidote. It's still another action. Oh my gosh. So we got to wait till next turn, and it's going to blow right past the 30. Not real happy about that. We could have done those other actions last turn. I didn't even realize that there was stuff you could do before you started looking for the antidote. I'm really worried about blowing past the 30 here. Really want to do that, but it's over. Legolas is the one that can do that action, and his turn's already over. So now it's just fight, fight, fight. So we're going to start with Aragorn, and I'm going to look at these whites here. Let me pull them up. So yeah, so see the whites have 8 hit points and then 3 magic armor. So that's the situation for Aragorn there. It's not good. And there's 2 of them. There's also a marauder there, and he could try to just kill the marauder instead. And I think he's going to do that. We're going to attack the marauder first. And the marauder, by the way, is just this one, which has 2 armor and 5 hit points. That's still a meaty challenge. So we're going to do that. And he has this Thorngill, Before you test, you may discard this skill to test wisdom instead. So we're going to do that. Unfortunately, that means it was a one-use, one-and-done thing. So here's 1, which we know is a success. 2 is a success. 3 is a success. Oh my gosh, we don't even need another success, and we didn't get it, which is good. So his sword does 5 plus 2. He's going to do 7 hits with his sword. And he's going to need all 7, and you can see that right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he was able to kill the Marauder and gain an inspiration. Okay, so done. A lot of his successes were used up on that, but that was really good luck, in fact. So he got a second inspiration, and I'm going to reach through the camera here and take the Marauder off the board. Okay, so that's one small amount of relief, because now those whites are still going to possibly do some damage to him, but he at least got rid of one group, if you will, right? So the name of this game is getting rid of the groups, because each group attacks individually. All right, moving on. I would like Elena to come over and... Or no, Aragorn actually still has another action. He's going to attack again. He might as well attack the whites. This isn't going to end well, but we're going to do it. So he now has to use his might, which is only 3. So here's 1, 2, which is a complete miss, and 3. So he actually has 2 fate, and he's going to go ahead and do that for 2 successes. And then he actually has Undying Might, which is a guaranteed success. So he's going to do it to get 7 hits in. So he's going to do that. And let me pull up the whites here. 7 hits isn't even going to be enough to kill one. And he's going to play this, which adds 2 more. It's a strike 2. So he's going to do 9 hits on the whites. And look how awful this is going to turn out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not even enough to kill one. What he needed was smite, but he didn't have it. But he got the 9 hits in, and yes, they're going to be able to attack. So now he has to do a spirit check, and there's 2 damage and 3 fear coming his way. And he would have to discard an inspiration, which he doesn't have. So no worries there. Okay, so for the spirit, he only has 2. Here's the first one. It's a fail. The second one is a fail. So he's taking the full amount. So 2 damage is coming his way. Here's the first one. Flip 1 damage face up, and then this one face down. This one says each nearby hero flips 1 fear. Well, there's no nearby heroes, so no worries there. And then this one, discard an inspiration and then flip face down. Done. Okay, now he's getting 3 fear. He already has 2, and he's getting 1 a turn. Flip this card face down. Oh, he was doing a spirit check. This lets him get an automatic success for spirit checks. Nope, it's wisdom and wit. Ah, oh, darn it. Face down, so that's now 4. And you and each nearby hero suffers 1 damage, then discard. Okay, so he discards this one. And he's taking a damage. Flip this card, keep this card face up, just decrease each of your stats by 1. At the end of your turn, flip it face down. Well, his turn's over, so I'm just gonna flip it face down. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, 4 fear. Remember, he can go to 5 damage and 6 fear. So that was a brutal round for Aragorn. Those whites look like they've actually been exhausted. However, they're elite, so I think they're going to get to go again. That's what stinks the most about this. And now I got the situation with Elena there. She's surrounded by easily 3 groups. And the problem with being surrounded by 3 groups is she's going to get 3 groups attacking her if she comes over and tries to help this ranger. I'm really concerned with our predicament here. I really feel like we got to help this ranger this turn before we get to 30 threat. We're at 21 right now. We're guaranteed to get 10 just because of who we are. 5 heroes. I don't think she's going to survive escaping 3 people. All right, well, her turn's starting. She's going to get an inspiration because of her harp. So we got that much going for us. I was hoping that Gimli or Legolas was going to be able to help kill some stuff. Where she's currently standing is not good. She may be able to kill one of these guys before it's over. They're definitely going to get to attack back. I need to read. If she moves, how does the provoke work? Just want to make sure. When a hero is in the same space as an enemy group, certain actions that the hero performs will provoke that enemy. To provoke an enemy group, a hero selects the leftmost button on the enemy bar, followed by the portrait of the enemy group they are provoking. Then the app provides the information required. If a hero wishes to move out of a space that contains one or more enemy groups, before that hero moves, they must provoke each enemy group in that space. After provoking each enemy group, the hero can move to an adjacent space. Enemy groups are provoked in this way if the hero moves either because of a travel action or a game effect. And the same goes if you're trying to interact. Okay, I'm going to provoke all 3. I'm stupid for doing this, but let's do it. So it says to press this. That's not right. Yeah, that's not right. Oh, it's this button, this little red eye here. Okay, so we're going to provoke. The first one we're going to provoke is the archer dude that's all on his own. This one. So 3 possible damage. Agility or whatever that is going to negate. Agility for her is 2. That's not good. And this is not good. 1, 2. So she can negate one of them, and that's it. If she takes 3 damage, she's going to have to do a last stand again already. So she will discard the inspiration to block 2 of them, and she'll take 2 damage. This was really dumb of me. Here's the first one. Flip it face down. And here's the second one. Flip it face down. So she's at 3 damage right now and 2 fear. But we're not done. We got to keep provoking. So now we're going to provoke... these guys. Wit negates 2 damage. After this, flip 2 damage face up. Well, we already know that the 2 damage that's there is not an issue, but we got to do a wit check now. That's a fail. So this is going to be bad. She's going to get the 4th damage. So this is the final damage. It's going to cause her to do another last stand. Discard all of your inspiration, then discard this card. All right, so she actually didn't end up doing a last stand. And it does say, flip 2 of these face up. Just so you understand, they both say flip face down. So there was no need to worry or dwell on that. Now, she did spend an inspiration for a test. And I always forget her ability, but she gets to give that to somebody next to her. So Legolas and Bilbo are both next to her, so she's going to give it to Legolas. And we actually have 1 more to go, and if we can somehow survive this, I'm going to be really impressed. So it's this guy. might is negating and it's 2 damage, which is not good. Her might is very poor. It's only a 2. Here's the first one and it's a fail. So we're screwed. And the second one is a fail. So she's taking 2 damage right now. So here's the first one. Flip it face down. And the second one, flip it face down. So she has to do another last stand. So her situation is getting worse and worse. So Elena, confirm. It's another damage one. So she has to test her agility and get 2 successes. Okay, I'm very concerned. Her agility is only 2. Here's the first one. It is a success. Oh my gosh. And here is the second one. It is not a success. There is nothing we can do. And here's the thing. She had this rest ability. I was going to rest with her. Look, folks, I really believe that they were going to clobber her anyways. I wanted to get her here so we can rescue this guy. But unfortunately, I failed. So she's out. And then we have one more turn before we fail this adventure. Fudge. We're going to completely fail this adventure, folks. All right, she's done. Okay, last thing we got is Gimli, who's so far away, there's nothing we can do. So Gimli's going to go ahead and he's just going to try to attack his way out. So he's going to attack this group right here, which has armor. All right, so 1, fail. 2, there's a hit. 3, hit. And 4 is a miss. All right, so we could use Fury to add 1 more hit, which is worthless. So we're just going to get 2 hits in. That is 6 hits. So we will kill one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so one of them is going to be dead, and yes, they're going to attack back. So Might's going to negate, they're going to do 1, and then he has to discard a prepared card. All right, the discard a prepared card thing just blows chunks. I can't say that enough. All right, so he's going to do a Might check. 1, that's a pass. 2, 3, and 4. So he blocked the damage, and then he's going to lose the Fury that he never got to use, because the guard is better. And now he's going to do a final attack to try to finish this thing off. 1, 2, 3, there's a hit, and 4. So all misses. The Fury would have been perfect here. Just angers me so much. So he's going to get to do 2 hits and a sunder. So we're going to attack him again. Sunder, 1, 2, and that's it. He didn't even kill his guys. Gimli, you suck. Can the enemy attack? Yes. So now it's an agility check, and you gain a boon if, oh, what is a boon? Isn't that one of these things? Nope. Oh. These are the cards. We were relying on the app to tell us this stuff, but look, I got cards that tell us. Oh, what is a boon? I forget. A boon. Let me just check real quick. Sometimes the terminology just throws me off even though I've been using it the whole game, like when I forgot what an inspiration was. All right. Oh, a boon card is one of these like hidden, emboldened, or whatever. So I guess he gets to pick which boon card he wants. Okay, so we have to negate, and it's just an agility negate. He's taking 1 damage and 1 fear. And his agility is only 2. And we already know what this bottom card is, remember? It's ba-ba-ba. So he's going to fail at both. So he's taking 1 damage, 1 fear. And we don't have to worry about the boon. So that damage is going to go face down. And then the fear, discard 2 prepared cards or suffer 2 face down fear. Then discard this card. Well, he'll discard the prepared card. Oh, you know what? I just realized he could have just did guard 3. And then he would have gotten the boon. So we're going to do guard 3 and then he gets the boon. Why would I take the damage? I mean, yeah. So what boon would he like? Determine. When you test, you may discard this boon to discard to reveal that many additional cards. Emboldened. When you attack, add 2 hits. We're doing that one. If he's at the end of a turn not near any enemies, it goes away. That's fine. He's going to be near enemies for a long time. Also, I forgot, he has this ability where he gets to put one of his attack cards back on top, so he gets to defend himself. So he would automatically have had a success too. So I just screwed up Gimli basically this whole turn is what I'm trying to say. Okay. We're at the end of our turn. There's nothing else left. So I'm going to go ahead and hit end turn. And see, the ranger just died. The heroes have lost. You've failed to save Hanera's life. You must avenge her by tracking the traitor down and rooting them out from the Forsaken Inn. Lore increases by 1. Each hero gets 3 experience. See, that's why I tried to move Elena. The problem is Elena didn't have the stuff. Legolas was the one who had to apply the stuff. So my attempt to move Elena actually was a worthless attempt. But we've already lost. And you know why we lost? This is one of those weird-ass missions where we were out exploring and doing stuff, and then, you know, boom, it just comes up and creeps on you. Obviously, if I would have replayed that mission, I would do so much better. So I'm a little frustrated with that particular one. I just hate losing. But we got 3 experience points, and yeah, the mission's over. So I do have some cleanup to do, but let's go ahead and at least get through the campsite phase. See, this next one's going to be a battle map. It's a mystery scenario. Players will need to use deduction to win. Interesting. So if I hit continue, you're going to see we all have 4 experience points. So I can actually get one of those lame, 3 experience point cards that help us with last stands, things like that. And then our lore is only 18, so we still don't have enough to level up our items. That part stinks. And I think if I click on one, nope. I thought maybe it would tell me how much lore. You gotta go look at the cards. So, yeah, we have a torch. So that's our situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and save and quit, and we're gonna end this video. Stay awesome. I got some errands to do with the kids and whatnot. I might be able to get some more gaming in later tonight. Sour taste for sure that we lost. I do feel good that my instinct that we had to win or get her healed that turn was correct. But my instinct of sending Legolas in first was totally wrong. I didn't realize that we were supposed to dress the wound and search the backpack and all those freaking actions. Legolas was the one that had this. So the other characters needed to go first, and then Legolas had to go last. I mean, I did it all wrong because I misunderstood what I was supposed to do. See, that's why I feel sour about it. If I lose a mission because I tried my hardest, this is just like in sports, right? If you try your hardest and you still lose, I mean, you can still hold your head high. This last mission, anyways. So I'm going to clean up. I have a strong feeling I'm not going to take any experience cards. We're going to just hold on to that 4 experience for now. And we're just going to move on to this next mission with what we got. That was just a stinker. And, you know, obviously you can't win them all. Yeah, see, that's one of those phrases you tell losers. That's, all right. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.